spotters parked off the left there. They're doing a nice live stream right now.
All right, we'll give them a good wave. Fly brother heading, clear to tickets. Brother heading, clear to take off, watch your right.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to MSP Airport Live at the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota for some fantastic live plane spotting on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, all from one of the busiest Delta hubs, main operating base of Sun Country Airlines. And we are proud to bring you all the action from MSP's very own aircraft viewing area. And I'll tell you what, after our broadcast yesterday, looking at the forecast today, we just had to get back out here. Now knowing that the South Parallel is back open for business and for the foreseeable future, we will be looking at arrivals today primarily. Instant replays, we'll have all of that for you coming down the pipe on MSP Live. So happy you can join us. And if you're tuning in, hello everybody, my name is Alex. I'm also joined by co-host RJ Bean. Logan Justice is also in tow. We've got a full house broadcast booth as we did yesterday. RJ and Logan, are you ready for some awesome spotting here this afternoon?
Always.
100%.
That is the attitude to have, especially on a day like today. It is a capacity house, by the way, out here at the viewing area. There was not a single slot of parking available when we showed up.
I drove in, I'm like, whoa, okay. I mean, I guess it's Sunday and the South Parallel's back open, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I asked one of our fellow spotters, hey,
busy.
Is there something of importance coming in today? And they said, nope, it's just a nice day and the South Parallel's open for business. And I'll tell you what, people trying to soak up the last of the summer weather. Now well into fall.
Yep.
We get all the usual traffic today.
Leaves are changing.
You know, we have an MD-11 on the agenda. Yeah, speaking of leaves, too, very, very late this year. Super late. Borderline October, and usually that tree line you see right there where that Sierra J is passing in front of is usually all kinds of colorful by now, but nope, not this year. Not yet.
It's coming. And no, we did not sleep here last night.
No. Nope, viewing areas open dawn to dusk. Don't try and stay later. APD doesn't like it. It's one of the best viewing areas in the entire nation, but don't abuse it.
Yep, and that was apparent last night, as Alex and I can attest to.
Hopefully we won't have any more hooligans blasting loud music either.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's almost time for Delta 160, first A350 flight of the day to get going soon.
3029 Minneapolis ground push approved, expect runway 17. 329 runway 17, back to the Lima, monitor tower 126.7.
And unlike yesterday, we did not have any activity on runway 17 or 35, but today we do. It's 17 departures, so we are getting whiskey taxis going by us. So that's where they're headed for a 17 departure.
We had a stiff wind out of the northwest yesterday that was forcing all traffic onto the parallels, 30 left and 30 right. But this time, it's a lot calmer. We're basically coming from the complete opposite direction today. So
2620, monitor tower.
17's open for the departures.
So, Logan, as we were looking at the flight schedules for today, there's a few interesting catches that we will catch in our broadcast today. One particular aircraft we don't really see in daylight for a particular carrier, or at least not anymore anyways.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I was grabbing my radio.
We have a few particular notables today, Logan,
Oh, do
one
we?
of which is really a rarity when it comes to evening or just daylight visitors for UPS.
Oh, you're talking about the 763.
Yep.
I hope it has
Yes.
wingless, but I forget. And we have an MD-11 shortly after that. Kind of surprised we're getting both of them today. It is just Sunday. It's a non-winglet 763, but the MD-11 is coming in, is also on time, I think. Looks like it, yep. Taxiing out of Louisville.
All right, we have a bus on the move, traversing Mike.
They're going to be holding short for a second. We do have one arrival right before it. Got NetJets from Kenosha. Citation longitude.
Now, out of all the biz jets that we spot here, Logan, which one is your personal favorite?
Probably the Falcons of the Gulfstreams.
Oh, yeah, I would have to agree with that.
I take my Gulfstream 500s. We don't see them too often, but the Falcon 50s with the somewhat oversized tails and 3 engines are probably one of my favorites to see. I'm surprised they're going to try to cross that Airbus with this 737 here on short final. There's enough space, but it's pretty tight. Usually they would have them wait.
It's an Airbus A321-200. Logan, you are darting back and forth looking between that A321 that we're trained on now and the 737 about to land, but it looks like they just barely made it across in time.
Yeah, plenty of space. We're just not used to seeing the south parallel action. I was like, oh, it looks a little close. Nah, they got plenty.
That's what 6 weeks of the closure does to us, huh?
Seriously, I hadn't even been out here that much. And if I was, it was for runway 4 or 22.
You can see some spotters are also out with us today.
And we do have one of them watching us from here at the VA, guys. She's posted in the chat. Elizabeth Barr says, "Hi everyone, I'm watching from the parking area as they are broadcasting, so thank you for watching."
Thanks for tuning in.
And a big thank you and shout out to Optimistic Mountain Landscape once again joining us from Arizona. Looks like it's a beautiful day at MSP, and yes, it is. It's actually just a repeat of yesterday, a little bit warmer.
Go eat some In-N-Out for me.
So
Haven't had some in so long. Jealous.
Down, Southwest 411, clearing on Whiskey going to Hotel Club.
Oh, and we have Shunku posting, also watching us from here at the VA. Thank you as well.
Yeah, shout out to our viewing area spotters who are tuning in right now.
We have another BizJet on final. So another NetJets, another citation. This one's a Latitude. I'm not 100% sure if we were on ground just now, but Delta 152 to Paris. The 330-300 is on the move now. Shortly behind that, we'll have 160 to Amsterdam with the A350 and also Discover with their 330. So it'll be an international departure rush here fairly soon.
Yep, we had the KLM departure go up while we were setting up, because as we were sharing earlier, it was so crowded when we arrived that
Completely full. Every
Yeah.
single spot.
yeah, the parking spots that we really need to try to get to in order to set up to produce the stream were all occupied. So we had to wait for people to decide that they were ready to head out and grab their spot as they left.
Take another look at our instant replay. Nice long look at that citation arrival.
And hey, Daniel, thanks for helping us out with the moderating today. He's also chimed in the chat.
Whiskey to signature. Whiskey to signature, that's at 640. This is 640, expedite down whiskey, enter the apron at whiskey 6. Whiskey 6.
How about some more Southwest?
Touching down from Dallas.
Go 5172 runway 17, taxi via Charlie 6 Mike. Cross runway 4, hold short of runway 12, right?
Yeah, that's what I knew. And I kept going out and then trying to get back. I think before I got the notification, I went in.
All right.
Sorry for the quiet moment. We were fussing with some computer settings for the replays. Sun Country operates some of Amazon Prime's 737s. That is one of them. If I taxi up on Mike here, we might be able to get a quick shot of the nose. And it actually has a little marking right below the cockpit windows. Sun Country sorry, it's Amazon Air operated by Sun Country. Something like that.
Delta 1846, monitor tower 126.7. 261, push approved, runway 17.
So we'll try and get our replays working here. Apparently our replays are like, nope, I still want to be on vacation. In the meantime, how about some A330 action? This is Delta 152 Heavy off to Paris Charles de Gaulle with the next Northwest A330-300. This aircraft is one of the older A330s in Delta's fleet. It was the 5th A330 delivered to Northwest Airlines in October 2003. So I would imagine it's coming up on a birthday pretty soon here.
That's what I get for mentioning Mike. They're taking runway 2. Well, I guess it's technically the 4 side.
And folks, if you are just joining us, welcome to a busy afternoon for plane spotting here from the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. I'll tell you what, this Sunday has really turned out to be a marvelous affair for plane spotters, really anybody looking to spend this afternoon in style with a nice, entertaining, and relaxing activity. All right, everybody, Delta 152 Heavy is about ready to rock and roll.
Good, we'll make it happen. Look at 31701, runway 17. What's up, thank you. Delta, ground over 1476. 1476, runway 17, taxi via Charlie 5 Charlie, hold shorter, runway 12 right. 17 Charlie 5 Charlie, still 1 right. Got a 3720, taxi Alpha Delta Quebec. Alpha Delta Quebec. Hold 160 heavy, push approved, runway 12 right. Clear to push, runway 12 right, Delta 160 yes. 5, 6, take off. 105, clear for takeoff, 128, Delta 150.
All right, here we go. 152, clear for takeoff to Paris. And earlier, as you may have heard, Delta 160 with an A350-900 is clear to push. They'll be making their way over here relatively soon.
Ten 36, 17, 73140, clear for takeoff.
Wheels up, 02 past the hour, monitor tower on 126.7. 1476 affirmative. Wheels up, 02 past the hour, monitor tower now 126.7. 126.7. Sun Country 261 on
All
Kilo,
right.
short of whiskey, tower 123.6.
How about that? Our first heavy departure of the afternoon.
Delta 1476 Minneapolis, tower on taxiway Mike, cross runway 1 right, turn right at whiskey, cross my 4, 17 mile pound. Affirmative on Charlie, cross runway 1 right, turn right at whiskey, cross my 4. Delta 2825, reparking.
Golf 15, Delta 2825.
Roger, turn left, taxi Alpha, monitor ground down, point 9.
Just hold this up.
Left turn, Alpha ground, point 9, Delta 2825.
Sorry, 99298, visual full right. 2591, runway 12 left, turn left heading 105, clear for takeoff. 2298 Minneapolis, tower with 1608, runway 12 right, clear left.
As you can see, there's quite a few people here at the viewing area. It was packed even more about a couple of hours ago.
Time 36 heading 140, contact departure.
That's why we were getting late in starting our show today. It's because we had to wait about a good solid, I guess, half hour before a spot graciously opened up for us here.
1531, you're going to follow the next Delta 737 on Whitfield, because I'm here in about 1 minute on your left back.
Then push runway 12 right.
Cruiser 12 right behind you, RJ, up to 5 feet back. 08, 1 direct to the left. Direct to the left.
1701, runway 17, taxi via Delta, make it Sierra, Kilo, Yankee, Whiskey, cross runway 2. So 170, Sierra, Kilo, Yankee, Whiskey, cross. 157 up the ground, pushes approved to runway 17. That was 3720. Go ahead to Papa now.
Departure stay at 5150. Sun Country 261, you'll be sitting there until about 11 past.
This Delta 737 900 ER on Taxiway Whiskey is outbound to Detroit. Call sign Delta 1476.
242, clock start, ready for taxi signature.
Yes, jet 242, Minneapolis ground, runway 17, taxi via Whiskey, cross runway 4.
17 via Whiskey, cross 4. Exec jet 242.
Heavy, runway 12 right, taxi the Alpha, cross runway 4.
All right, and here is United from Chicago O'Hare, touching down with the 737-700. Kind of tap dance that landing on 12 right. So there we go. There's our first replay of the month, with a larger narrow-body jet, I should say. We had the replay of our citation earlier. Glad we have those up and running.
2298 maps contact to get the Alpha Delta Quebec. Delta Quebec. That was.
We are quenching up with some water, both at the same time, just like in formation.
Push for runway 17.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we're staying hydrated and staying cool. I know it's not the mid-90s like we had experienced in July, but even temps into the mid 70s and sunshine, you got to really
It still feels
pace
warm.
yourself. Yep, especially if you're out here for a while, it can be a little bit on the exhausting side. But of course, we have so much enthusiasm that really just gets numbed.
As I always say at times, just glad to be here.
100%.
Runway 17, line of flight. It'll be about 2 minutes in position.
Yeah, I stepped away to talk to some of our loyal viewers that we haven't seen out here since before the runway closure, getting caught up, and they decided they were ready to head out, and I grabbed their spots. So now we're parked where we like to be if we can, and if we leave things in our car, we're closely able to get to them to get out what we want.
All right, RJ. Let's take a look at Sun Country's arrival. It's a Sun Country flight 504 from Dallas, Fort Worth.
504, taxi to Whiskey Delta depart.
Target departure frequency will be 124.7.
Oh gosh, that close-up is amazing.
Runway 12 right.
You all are welcome.
Of course, I'm partial.
Whiskey current altimeter 301.
That's such a fun angle, though, especially when it comes to the replays, just getting the close-up of the gear touching down. Do you guys want to see a little bit more of that here today? Because I want to try and be zoomed out enough just to kind of fit the aircraft into frame. But, I mean, for the landings, if we want to kind of be tighter in on that main gear as it comes down, I'm all for that, too.
You want to stay with 12 left?
Even just mixing it up a little bit.
Runway 12 left, Ocean 461 Heavy. Just let me know if you want to stay there. Yeah, we'll stick to 12 left, Ocean 461 Heavy. Sounds good.
Discover's being done.
535, runway 12 right, taxi to the Papa Mike Alpha, cross runway 4.
Oh, there we go, RJ. We got a big sexy in sight. Airbus A350-900.
Oh, yeah. Have to be chipper because we're out here doing what we like to do so much. Even though the Vikings lost this morning.
And for Carson Wentz, it was Pick City.
Oh, boy. Yes, it was. It was hard to watch. Well, they made it.
I have to have a laugh because I'm a Packers fan.
Yeah, I know. Rub it in. Well, the Vikings did make it a little bit more respectable at the end, but yeah, they had their issues. The offensive line was not what we would always hope for today due to injuries. But after all things considered, it's taken them all these times getting to play across the pond to finally be on the wrong side of the score at the end, because they had an undefeated record playing games in Europe up until today.
Well, not if you're a Steelers fan. That's the right side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, whatever.
Delta 2057, join Papa behind the arc.
Is that because they've got Aaron Rodgers now?
It's not because they got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they have the most expensive defense in the NFL. You bring over somebody like Jalen Ramsey on a defense that already has T.J. Watt and others. You better be bringing your A game every week.
Lost authority, turn right when able, contact ground on point 9er.
All right, 160 heavy, get ready to rumble off 12 right for Amsterdam Schiphol.
Oscar 480, taxi to Papa Delta to the gate. Denver 5063, monitor tower 126.7. 2057, monitor tower on 126.7. Delta 2057, monitor tower 126.7.
060 Heavy on the 105 heading. Contact departure. Have a good day.
Switch departure Delta 160, good day.
How's that for the highlight reel?
We'll be able to see them for quite a while because it's so clear. They've got to get quite a ways out before we're not able to see them.
I taxi Mike, cross runway 1 right, turn right.
We got a Neo headed this way, an A321 Neo to be exact. This jet is embarking on a journey to America's last frontier in Anchorage, Alaska.
Runway 17, squad runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Home to some incredible plane spotting, by the way.
Sun Country
So I'm
1701,
working at trying to
turn right, heading
get a little bit
215,
caught up on
215, contact departure.
our chat. Noah R. Davidson, Pittsburgh born and raised here. Sorry for the butt whipping. Truth to be told, we don't deserve it. Well, we're only 4 weeks into the season.
I can agree with that comment. I mean, especially if I was a Steelers fan, because it seems like they've kind of played down to their competition when they shouldn't have on more than one occasion.
Minneapolis ground runway 17, taxi via Papa Mike, cross runway 4.
I'm also happy about the Steelers win because I have the Steelers defense on my fantasy team, so I need them to do well.
Oh, there you go. Rub it in.
That I will do. I got to be careful, though, because we still have the first Packer-Viking game of the season that will be played coming up.
Is that one played in Green Bay? First one?
I should know the answer to this, but unfortunately it escapes my mind at the moment.
Shame on you. But you're excuse.
Question is, do you know when it is?
No, but I could find out.
Speaking of National Football League competition, we do have the Baltimore Ravens that will be visiting the Twin Cities to play the Vikings. And if anybody knows anything about the Baltimore Ravens, they like to travel aboard an Atlas Air 747. And they will be coming in on November 8th. It'll be the Saturday before their Sunday matchup with the purple and gold.
And going back to a comment that Noah made, he says, I mean, we almost gave it away at the end. If there were 5 minutes more, I bet you guys could have wrestled it back from us. Yeah, the Vikings made it a little bit interesting at the end, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the, what was it, the play where our quarterback got sacked and there was no receiver in the area, so it was an intentional grounding. So it pushed them back on the field, and then there was like, the 10-second runoff, and I think then they lost it. It wasn't on 4th down, and then that was it.
So shooting themselves in the foot, just like Gary Anderson did with that missed kick in 1999.
Yeah.
That could have sent the Vikings to the Super Bowl. I have to bring that up.
Yeah, and we also need to do a shout out to Elizabeth Bars. Welcome to Economy.
Hey, there we go. Welcome aboard. Thanks for becoming an MSP Live member. All right, here we go. Delta to Anchorage, now departing. What to right?
Yeah, going down those tunnels here, someone's coming tearing down here. They won't see you. Pretty wild. It takes you to almost like the geographic center of the field. Like, you're surrounded by airplanes.
Country 261, runway 17, line of point.
And of course, this one is, insane, but yeah.
Oh, Alex, you're going to like this one. I'm trying to, of course, as I've been saying, check in our chat. Escape Man 14 says, thanks for being amazing, Alex and RJ. Question, when do you typically run your highlight reel?
Towards the end of our show, so you got to stick around.
Country 261, runway 17,
And Discover's on the move.
Cleared for takeoff. 2057, runway 17, line up away.
That is true.
Max 2802, visual 12 right. Max 2802, Minneapolis Tower, winds 1508, round 12 right, good line. Good line, 12 right, Max 2802. 4169 Minneapolis Tower at Mike Cross, round 12 right, Colorado with.
And Optimistic Mountain Landscapes comment, I'm not a fan, or not in favor of playing football out of our country. Well, I know they kind of talk about how they're trying to kind of introduce the game more to other countries and specifically Europe. There was a game to start the season down in Brazil, which is Kansas City and San Diego. In the case of the Vikings, they're playing back-to-back. They're playing next Sunday in London, I think, against Cleveland.
Where are they going?
I think they're going north side.
2057, way 17, turn left heading 120, clear for takeoff.
And I know for a number of years the Jacksonville Jaguars were playing a game over there every season. I don't think they're on the schedule this time around. I saw them listing all of the upcoming games that are being played across the pond, and I don't think I saw them listed unless I missed it. So, and in the case of the Vikings, the two games that they're playing over there, the one today and the one next week, is not considered a home game. It's an away game. So we don't lose any of the home games that we have here in downtown Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium where they play their home games. They are considered a road game. So in essence, two of the road games are being played in Europe on their schedule.
I was looking for Alex Pan.
Contact departure, good day.
We got a VIP convoy going to Signature here. Look at that. Don't see that every day, do you? So we will just kind of sit and see what happens.
Zero contact departure, have a good day.
All right, here's American from Charlotte.
It's good to meet you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, you bet.
For 3, give way to American exiting at Alpha 5.
Contact ground point 100, Joshua, wait.
And Alex, we have a viewer that has confirmed the first of the two games that the Vikings and Packers play is in Green Bay, and that is thanks to, I don't know how you're going to watch, is it Read 22X95X? Thank you for that update. I hadn't been able to get to checking on that yet.
Alpha Delta. Alpha Delta. Show 461 heavy towers on 123.
So Alex, Elizabeth Barr posted earlier saying that we saw a Sun Country plane land that was painted with the U of M colors and the M logo. I'm assuming it was a team plane. So maybe you could give her some info as far as the background of how that Sun Country aircraft ended up with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that aircraft is painted in the colors and has the logo of the University of Minnesota. And that is Sun Country's special livery for the U of M. Sort of celebrating the partnership that the airline has with the university to charter their sports teams. And Sun Country tries to make that aircraft available when the Golden Gophers go to play, you know, interconference opponents, conference opponents in the Big Ten. So the football team will use it. Other sports teams for the U of M will use that aircraft. And when it's not being pressed into charter service, it is let loose in the regular rotation with all the other Sun Country 737s. So there's a good chance if you're booking a Sun Country flight to Minneapolis or out of Minneapolis, you might catch a ride on it.
So hopefully that helps, because of course we
Yeah.
always know that those that are watching us may not know the story behind that because they have missed it in the past or they're new to our channel.
3, proceed direct out. Direct out, Patrick.
So we will nicknamely call that Gopher Pod because it's the same livery per se as the other.
All they did was just change the colors. They slapped the university's logo on it and called it good. But to be honest with you, that was actually a really good move because I think that speaks to how geniusly designed the Tide Pod livery is.
There goes Discover on the north side.
And here we go, Southwest. Now arriving from Baltimore.
Yep, and this is an added plus when we're out here, and 1-2 right is active because we can do the instant replay.
We love our instant replays.
140, contact departure, good day.
Because we are pretty much about where the touchdown area is on the runway for arrivals at this end, which is this end of the two parallel runways are the 12s, the 12 right and the 12 left, and we are directly next to 12 left.
12 right.
12 right. God darn it.
You can tell it's been a while since we've been out here, even though that we were out here yesterday. It still feels like we hadn't been out here in a couple months. Which before this weekend, that was the case.
We're a little directionally challenged.
Hey, at least we had the right runway heading this time.
Yeah, well.
169, runway 17, turn left 140.
I'd be hearing it from my dad, that's for sure.
Now, your dad,
It's like, what are you
for
doing?
those who don't know, and everyone else that's already heard the story, they're like, okay. But Ruth, your dad had a really deep history with Northwest Airlines.
Super 4 heavy, push first.
Oh, yeah.
He was big into aviation, and he was a captain for many, many years.
Oh, yes, big time. And as I shared yesterday on the stream, I recently just found some very interesting information as it relates to seniority lists.
Okay.
Both involving my dad and my uncle. And my dad last flew in 1981. Unfortunately, because of what happened, that was the end of his flying. My uncle, who was older than my dad, was in 1977 was his last year of flying, and that was the last book he appeared in, and his seniority number was 9.
Wow.
And at the same time, my dad was 130. And then the last one that my dad was in 1981 was 63.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to the aircraft viewing area. I'm Alex. That's RJ. That is an awesome shirt because this was an actual airplane that flew for Northwest Airlines that commemorated the alliance between KLM and Northwest. And at the time, that was the only alliance that existed in the aviation industry. Northwest and KLM kind of pioneered the whole alliance thing.
Yep, it was a little subject of discussion during our stream yesterday, so I said, okay, get it out and wear it today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, always stylish with that Stratocruiser Northwest Airlines hat. By the way, you can go get that at the Northwest Airlines History Center that's a stone's throw away from here, where you also volunteer, by the way.
Yep, and Effie made a stop over to visit us yesterday, and she's currently a Sun Country flight attendant, formerly also with Delta and Northwest, and she's also become a volunteer with us. So it's been fun to chat with her to learn about how it is for somebody to be a flight attendant and what it's like for them versus, my dad. My uncle as a pilot, and my mom was, back in her time, a stewardess. aka nowadays flight attendant, predominantly working to the time frame of when Northwest had the Stratocruisers. So that's the significance of the cap.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the Stratocruiser, just a wonderful airframe. Based off the B-29 bomber, by the way.
So it was, she didn't fly for too many years because back in those days, you both, if you were working for the airline, you both couldn't fly. So my mom retired, and I had an older brother who was with me, older than me, and then, of course, that was the direction that my parents decided to go. Have my brother, and then have me, and then my dad continue to fly.
Take advantage of the nice weather out today. There's some good spotting out there, and the weather's not very good. Well, there's a VIP flight that we think is about to depart, which we saw a convoy go into the transit terminal signature. So we think that might be something of note. Keep an eye on it. So is there something from corporate signature when you left? There you go.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. If you're trying to go to Oshkosh, always get the membership because especially when it comes to booking tickets, it's so much money off the standard price for everybody else. Yeah. You even get access to early bird pricing. Yep.
Alright, is that
You get so much more with the EAA membership.
No,
just get it for a year.
Oh, okay.
It's so much more.
Turn left when able, contact ground on point 9 or have a good day.
Left turn, ground point 9, use 12 Delta 25. Tower Delta 2983, joining visual 1 to right.
Delta 983 Minneapolis Tower, winds 150 at 8, only 1 2 right to the left.
1 to right, clear for 1 to
25, 16 minutes, contact the Alpha Delta, Quebec.
Alpha Delta 25.
Yes, something like that.
So.
Gulfstream 903 Victor Papa Minneapolis Tower, winds 150 at 8, runway 17, turn left heading 140, cleared for takeoff.
Plug that into the receptacle down there. And happiness engaged.
Ground South, good afternoon, Sam. 979er is on signature lap with to go custom taxi 17 for departure.
Calling for taxi at a signature, not seeing any paperwork on you. Contact Minneapolis clearance 133.2, please.
Okay, 123.2 for clearance. We did get our clearance via CPLC, but we'll try them as well.
There's a little bit
That's Sam, 979er.
Okay, they're taking this.
if you were standing here and you could hear us talking,
Is that
it might be
Don't mention it on the street.
that's what
If somebody brings up in the comments.
Yeah, those guys are when they get far enough along, you get
I mean, you can say it.
I don't think anybody that's in the YouTube has any control over that or not. So the ads will just play and it just happens.
All right, we have a short break here. I'm going to get to some of your comments.
Runway 17, taxi via Whiskey, cross runway 4.
So I do want to pull this up on our live broadcast. We mentioned it earlier. Thanks, Elizabeth. Welcome to Economy. Thanks for supporting your home for MSP Live plane spotting right here at MSP Live.
2640 Minneapolis Tower, good afternoon, winds 170.
Great to have you aboard.
12 right, clear to land. 12 right, clear to land, yeah, 2640.
Hey, Renato, thanks for tuning in. Greetings from Switzerland.
Wow. How's the weather over there right now? Oh, Neil Cockbean, thank you for the update in regarding the Ryder Cup. I'm not surprised.
That's 193, turn left, contact Donald Point on. Ground 49, left up to 983.
And Elizabeth, I see your comment about the Discover flight. Yeah, they have departed. They went out off the north side.
Oh, well, what can you do?
Yep.
Don't worry about it. We'll see plenty more of them down the stretch before Lufthansa takes over. Oh, how about this? So you know that convoy from earlier that we just saw?
Yep, there it is. They've started their taxi. Do we know where they're headed for departure?
Probably 17 would be my guess.
So if all goes as hoped, they're going to go right by us on whiskey?
Now, this is not the President of the United States, and nor is it the Vice President, because if that was the case...
We wouldn't be here.
Exactly. We do not know who's on board, and we're not going to speculate. First time I've seen one of the U.S. Air Force VIP 737s here. It'd be cool if they went on Taxiway Mike.
Minneapolis Tower, 160 at 6, 912 left of the line.
Yeah, and of course they do appear on flight radar, but of course they're... The information as far as where they're headed is not available for obvious reasons. But I will say this, Logan has got a bead on where she's headed for departure because he took off rather quickly, but safely. So he's very much a big-time av geek, so he's looking to get pictures and video.
Stop Southwest 411, at Hotel 12, ready to push.
Shore 11 push approved, runway 17.9 to taxi.
A push approved and runway 17, Southwest 411.
Contact the gate via Papa. Where are you going?
And in the background, you may have heard an arrival that had that distinguished whale sound with the whale bus A220 from San Antonio.
Delta 25, 28, Minneapolis, ground with skate.
How cool is that?
Taxi Alpha Delta, Quebec.
U.S. VIP 737 transport. So we are certainly gonna add the
turn right, contact ground on 0.9.
replay that I just clipped to our highlights package tonight.
2095 Minneapolis ground, proceed directly to the gate.
Direct to the gate. Yeah, 979 Minneapolis Tower, you all set?
All right, so I'm going to get the ladder flipped around here. We're going to get the camera flipped around here for our 17 departure.
You can plan on that, Delta 170 heavy, right 1 right to the line.
12 right, clear to land, Delta 150.
Delta 2981, turn left, contact ground 0.9.
And thanks for the information, Micah, who's also helping us with the moderating of today's stream. He says the C-40 Clippers are used for high-level military transport and members of the Cabinet and Congress. For anybody who didn't catch that in the chat.
Delta 170 heavy, let's shoot for Alpha 2 if you can.
Okay, Alpha 2 works for us, thank you, Delta 170. Center approach Delta 413, we do visual 1 to right.
Delta 413 Minneapolis Tower, caution rate 313, number 3, you're following a heavy Airbus 350 and about a 7-mile final, wind 130 at 10 and 12 right to the line.
And 1 to right, Delta 413.
Yep, I see them. They just started their roll. So it looks like we're gonna catch the departure of our U.S. Air Force 7-3.
Just waiting on rampers.
They started their takeoff roll off of runway 17. We will catch them as they rotate and start to climb out.
I just wanted to know if I needed to do something different. 5120, push approved, runway 12 left. So 2528, you can taxi around the RJ off the nose, I'm sorry, the 71 off the nose, and rejoin Quebec on the other side.
There they go. Good catch.
34, turn left, contact ground on point 9. Left turn, ground point 9, Delta 2574. Stand 979, heading 120, contact departure. Good day.
So Alex, don't know if you're gonna make it or not. We have 170 on short final.
Ground, Delta 2574, parking Charlie 3.
2574, Minneapolis ground taxi, AV Alpha Delta, Quebec.
Alpha Delta, Quebec, Delta 2574.
And about to touch down on runway 1 and 2 right is Delta 170 from Seoul, Incheon. They departed 11 hours and 30 minutes ago on a Delta A350-9, aka Big Sexy. Welcome to Minneapolis, St. Paul, to everybody on board.
Join Alpha, contact ground point 9.
Oh, they hopped this one for sure.
I thought so.
Look at that. Yeah, we're going to rewind this here all the way to the beginning. Nice touch, and then they floated. Look at that.
I thought I saw a couple of spots of smoke.
Wow, look at that. That might be the best instant replay we've done.
Woo.
I'm pretty positive.
The 170 heavy, did you copy?
And in fact, that deserves a third look, everybody.
Final. Oh, you're good. Southwest 411, turn left heading 150, and 17, clear for takeoff.
Goodness gracious. And that's why the instant replays are there, everybody.
So the 170 heavy afternoon taxi, Alpha to you.
Alpha Gate, Delta 170 heavy. Run me a close taxi here, guys.
Very good, we're in similar to the 321 here.
Wow, that bounce. Incredible stuff, RJ.
Yep.
Another 2415 Minneapolis Tower wind.
So if the question has ever come up as to why we don't do replays when the 30s are active, it's because we get to zoom in on the landing gear of the aircrafts as they come in and touch down on the 12s, and specifically this runway right in front of us, which is 1 2 right, because they're so much closer to us. We do have the north parallel as well, but of course we don't have the vantage point of that runway like we do this one here right in front of us.
Yeah, we're live right now. What is that?
So that's 411, contact departure, good day.
And search MSP Airport, and then the word live.
Thank you. And then,
So how's that for a crazy bit of aviation from MSP? We had the departure of a U.S. VIP aboard a U.S. Air Force 737-700. Well, that's not what the model is, but that's the commercial version of that airframe. So we have the VIP, the taxied on Whiskey right in front of us. Then we have the bounce with 170 Heavy arriving from Seoul, South Korea. The aircraft's an A350-900.
Pretty Endeavor 5245, Minneapolis ground, runway 17, taxi Papa, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short over runway 12 right. Roger.
So, I mean, anything and everything out here. So, like, say, go over here for a little bit, I'll tell you. So, remember back when we were landing here to air turbulence? Oh, yeah. So, you were aware of that? Okay, so, did you land last year? No, this year. Oh, this year? Yeah. So, it was our footage that everybody saw on the news everywhere because we were streaming live that same day.
2415 should be back up now.
All right, Alex, we gotta get going here.
Yeah, we're getting a signal. Thank you.
Roger.
All right. So Logan is going to be leaving us. Logan, did you catch that bouncy A350 landing?
No. It was bouncy?
Oh, it was bouncy. It was mega bounce. And we're going to show this again here.
Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 9, runway 12
Real quick,
right.
then I gotta dip out and get some food and go to bed.
All right, everybody, here we go. Boing.
Boink. Nice bounce. Very nice. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I got to run, but I think the best is yet to come. We got 767
Yeah.
for UPS. We got the MD-11, more internationals later, and the flight plan is filed as well for a Saab 2000. How
Ooh.
about that?
It's not a common visitor to MSP Airport at all, so
No, not at all. They're very, very, very rare.
all right, Logan, thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you again. So Logan Justice, everybody, our assistant producer, helping us out today. Well, RJ, with all that transpired, you just have to wonder what else is going to come our way. Sundays never disappoint here from MSP, I'll tell you what.
Well, let's hope not.
45, monitor tower 126.7.
All right, here we go. Another A321neo touching down here in Minneapolis. This is from Portland.
2415, join Alpha, contact ground point 9.
Join Alpha, ground point 9, Delta 2415.
Looks like the right side touched down first by just a fraction.
Sorry, good afternoon, Delta 2226, Delta 2226, tower wind 140 at 8, runway 12 right, clear to land.
So look at Concourse E. It's a lone American jet over there. It's a 737-800, by the way.
And did we hear right talking to a viewer or somebody out here that Air France canceled again today?
They may have. They canceled yesterday.
So maybe that's something I should look into a little bit. I don't.
As of 24 hours ago, they were still on for today.
So when they do come in, what time do they usually arrive?
So with Air France, it's going to be 5:30.
Okay, so we're just coming up on about 10:02 now, so that just kind of helps me looking on Flight Radar.
I think it's a good thing to point out in general, RJ. Good job on that, because The departure, if Air France is coming today, will be after dark. So the final glimpse of Air France in 2025 will be hopefully on our broadcast pretty soon here at MSP. Air France is a seasonal mainline international carrier that flies from Charles de Gaulle to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Well, my search has produced good news.
Ooh.
They are en route. They are doing pretty much as scheduled.
All right.
About 5:36, they're doing at 5:30. So I mean, 6 minutes. I mean, that's still within the on-time window. They are 49 minutes out, 37,975 feet, ground speed 445. So they are up off the north shore of Lake Superior.
It was 4129, turn left, join
Get another look at our Embraer that arrived on the south parallel from Rapid City.
Yes, 4129, mass ground taxi, Alpha Delta in Quebec.
Alpha Delta Quebec, Skywest 4129. Hey, the ground southwest 206.
North side arrival from Indianapolis.
206, hey, this whiskey's current on the departure rate. Your push is approved. Plan runway 17.
And a south parallel arrival from Fort Myers.
And as I was checking in on our Air France, Aer Lingus is also en route too, but they typically don't come say hi to us on this side. They always use the north side.
All right, we should be back. Apologies for the brief interruption.
W1862 follow the company 73 into the alley, please. 73 into the alley, Delta 1862.
United Express arrival is operated by Mesa Airlines from Houston, flight 6174.
Shuttle 6174, turn left, join Alpha, contact ground point 9er.
Left join, ground point 9er, shuttle 6174.
And right behind that, Delta 1560 from Las Vegas.
Hold short of runway 12, right on top of behind the RJ9, just touching down. Near 732, Minneapolis Tower, wind 1309er, runway 12 right, clear to land. You exit, they're going to join Papa ahead of you and head eastbound. Once they get out of your way, then 17 taxi Papa. Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, runway 12 right.
And just an update on our UPS MD-11 from Louisville. Due in at 5:13. Currently en route.
206, Roger, runway 17 taxi, Delta Sierra.
And they have initiated their descent based on their current altitude.
Shuttle 6174, taxi Alpha Delta, what's the gate?
Alpha Delta, Echo 5, Air Shuttle 6174.
Very good, thanks. Delta 1560, taxi Alpha to the gate.
To the gate, Delta 1560.
5046 afternoon taxi, Papa, circle. Victor 8935, monitor tower on 126.7. Victor 8935, monitor tower 126.7. 267, Sun Country 8935.
All right, let's check the arrival of our 737 that just landed via instant replay. There we go.
Wind 130 Niner, runway 12 right, clear to land.
I'm really loving those close-up looks, RJ, of the touchdowns on one to right.
Helps to be as close as we are to this runway, too.
1,000%. Yeah, it's about 1,000 feet from the center line of 12 right to the viewing area.
Target 2299, minutes gone, afternoon taxi via Papa, Charlie 6.
And an update on our UPS 76. They are also approaching their arrival. They are also on descent, currently 14,000 feet. They are 15 minutes out.
NWA Chuck, thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday to you. From a Seahawks fan, thanks for Sam. That'd be Sam Darnold, starting quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, all.
Time now 54. You can change over to West Tower. Have a nice day.
Quite a few people giving Viking fans some grief in the chat. Good to know I'm not the only one.
At 1397 afternoon, wait for company departure and stores and push through climb runway 1.
Yeah, I see. Looks like there was some chatter here as it related to the days of Northwest and the A350. And of course, as we know, Northwest never operated that aircraft. If not sure what, yeah, Alex, what year did the A350s enter service? Do you know?
2017. That was the year that I graduated high school, actually.
Okay, so the two airlines with Delta and Northwest merge was what initiated in 2008. It was completed in 2010. So that aircraft wasn't even in service at the time of Northwest before the merge. Now, another thing that some people may not be aware of is Northwest was supposed to have been originally the launch carrier of the 787 Dreamliner. But that never happened because at the time of the merge, Delta canceled the order. So there
Yeah, Trent engine trouble and lithium batteries that ignited. So issues with lithium ion battery technology in the earlier 787s, coupled with the engine choice that Northwest went with, kind of forced Delta to say, yeah, I don't think we're going to be taking any one of these units. We're going to Airbus. And Airbus came out with the 350, which is a middle of the road between the Boeing 767 and the Boeing 777, or right at the capacity of a 777-200. If we're talking about the 1000 variant, I think.
So, Alex, I don't know if you can see this or not. We've got an aircraft that's just due north of us, up at about 7,000 feet. It's Delta 1945 coming in from Fort Lauderdale. Looks like they're...
departure today. Delta 2006, Minneapolis afternoon taxi, Alpha Charlie in Quebec. Delta 1555, Minnesota, push approved, line 17.
Push approved for 17 Delta 1555.
Delta 3113, Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 9er, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Putting the lid on right.
658, thanks, runway 17, taxi, pop Mike, cross, runway 4, hold short, runway 12 right.
Well, there we go. We got an arrival from Miami, Florida. All right, it is now the 5 o'clock hour.
Delta 2129, afternoon taxi, Alpha and Delta to 16.
They say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and guess what? That somewhere is right here.
Just to confirm, you want us Charlie, then Quebec, not Delta Quebec.
Affirmative. Charlie to Quebec, you're going to make the right turn on Quebec behind
So
United.
coming up,
That's currently sitting on Delta.
in this hour, we've
We'll
got
go, behind United, Delta down 6.
some cargo action. We've also got Air France that will be making its last cameo of the 2025 operating season to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
2 left on departure taxi, Whiskey to Delta, hold short of runway 12 right.
And we've also got Aer Lingus from Dublin, so stick around. Still plenty more wonderful action headed your way.
Tower low, Southwest 2548, runway 12 right.
Southwest 2548, Minneapolis Tower, wind 140.
Yeah, we've got, what, about 2 hours left that we can go?
Right to land, 2548.
Got a nice little bounce after touchdown.
39,
That was Delta 1123 from Denver,
I'm sorry, what's the number?
A321.
Thank you, Scott 3765, Roger, Papa to begin.
Ground, howdy, South 1123, turn it north on Alpha for Delta 2.
11:32 afternoon, 11:23 Minneapolis.
And you know, I noticed it yesterday, and I'm noticing it again today. We have not had any of our, what is it, Bemidji Aviation with our Mosquito Metroliners?
Yeah, I think so.
Situation 868, monitor tower 126.7.
7, yesterday, yeah.
And we haven't had, of course I don't want to jinx this, we haven't had any flights for whatever the reason, and if they're an arrival or a departure, have to utilize the penalty box, so that's a good thing. When we have a departure, they're able to push back, taxi, depart as hopefully scheduled without any delays, and we've had arrivals come in that have not had to wait. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. We got back up and running just in time to catch the MD-11 arrival.
That's Charlie, cross 12 right, Whiskey, cross 4, Delta 1028.
Delta 1555, contact departure, good night. Good, 568 heavy, turn right, taxi via Whiskey, Mike, Tango, cross runway 22 to the ramp.
Whiskey, Mike, Tango, cross 22 to the ramp. Yes, 5568.
Delta 2203, left turn Bravo, hold short of the tunnel, please.
So the UPS 767 came in just ahead of the UPS MD11, and we did get a mic taxi. So we'll see what we get this time with the MD11 arrival. And here comes Delta 165 from Amsterdam. Former Northwest A330 300. Try to grab a quick wave attempt? Okay, I just got the nod no. Well, enjoy the mic taxi.
Join Alpha, contact ground point 9er.
Alpha, ground point 9er, Delta 2936.
307 afternoon, runway 17 for departure taxi via Tango Kilo through the 17 test.
All right, good thing we were able to get back up in time, RJ, to catch the MD11 arrival.
Yep, we didn't miss that much. I mean, we missed the 7.6 arrival, but we'll see him again. Yeah, the technicalities.
It is what it is.
Yes, and sometimes the timing is just, you know. And in the meantime, I just looked across the airfield, and Shamrock is here.
They are.
Just found our inbound Air France flight 634. They are on descent, 21,000. They are 22 minutes out.
Yeah, so we have still yet to catch Air France.
Delta 1028, contact departure, good day.
So we will be able to share their arrival today, but due to the scheduled departure time that they have, and we will need to vacate the viewing area, we will not, unfortunately, be here to carry their departure.
Sprig 1 main ground, push approved.
Reason being is by the time they depart, it will be after dark.
And this facility is closed.
Yep.
Delta 2483 left turn, Bravo behind the Ember, please.
SkyWest 3921 from St. Louis.
The corner at Delta, Scott 3925.
CRJ 900, smaller version of that aircraft, was utilized for the plane pull that we carried back in this first Saturday of the month.
3921, turn left, join Alpha, contact ground point 9.
Oh, here we go. Here's our Saab 2000.
I thought I heard something.
Charlie, Bravo, short of the
Check it out.
Papa, Charlie, Bravo, short of the
These are a rare visitor to MSP.
21 eggs, and off the right side for Alpha.
Gus 3921 afternoon, taxi via Alpha, Delta, and Quebec.
Alpha Delta, Cape back, Skyway 921.
Operated by Freight Runners Express. It's headed to Philadelphia, so it's some airport in that area with the airport code TTN.
12387, Fairness
Alaska 9802, turn right, heading 215, contact departure, good night. Road 1 Ember, one back. Taxi Alpha Delta in Quebec. Alpha Delta, Quebec, Delta, Delta, Gary.
There you go. How's that for an exotic catch?
So about how old is that airplane? I still have not changed over to a paid version of Flight Radar. So
It's 26 years old. I have the paid version.
Okay, there you go. I knew you'd have the answer.
Delivered new in September 1998.
Wow.
A couple months older than me, actually.
Skywest 3921, hold short of gate Charlie 17, allow the 73 to park, and then you can continue.
Alright, we'll hold short of Charlie 17.
Doug 1, once the 73 passes off the right, you can use Alpha down to the base.
Once the 73 passes, Alpha down to the base, Taiwan.
Pilot, attend to departure to Yankee, Minneapolis, altimeter 3010. Sketch 3921, unable right now. I got traffic short final that needs to exit. One aircraft will get you moving. That's 3921, go back down to the gate as they get out of your way there, sir. Delta 1533, Minneapolis Tower, wind 130 at 9er, runway 12 right, clear to land.
So behind us, Alex, our Saab has
departed.
departed.
Departure, good day.
Off she goes.
27 is off top. We're going to golf course.
1127 afternoon taxi, Papa, Charlie, and Bravo, short of the tunnel.
Papa, Bravo, Charlie, what is it?
127, thanks. Papa, Charlie, Bravo, short of the tunnel.
So I see a comment here. Afton Woodworks, Delta 1044, which says a flight coming in here to MSP from Nashville, starting descent. Is there,
Push approved, plan runway 17.
out of curiosity, is there a reason for the comment? Do you know somebody that's on board that flight, or? I'm just curious because we have had people in the past who have been able to somehow watch our streams live, and they're on an inbound flight. So if we're able to, we have carried their arrival live from here at the viewing area of their arriving flight. So I was just curious.
Okay, Charlie 6 on runway 4, then.
Sure. Runway 12 right, clear to land, wind 140 at 8.
Runway 12 right, safe land, Delta 1533.
Okay, Alex, I got a response. We have a viewer currently watching us live on Delta Flight 1044 en route from Nashville. They are watching the stream live from on board their flight.
Oh, nice.
So,
What's the ETA?
I will go back into the and find out. That's I was just looking to confirm what I thought I saw in the chat. And he's just posted again. Yep, watching live on the port side. Port side seat. All right, so we will do what we can. Arrivals are coming in at the moment. Afton Woodworks, so you know, here at MSP, your arrivals at the moment are coming in on the 12s. Whether it's 12 left, 12 right. Of course, we're set up here at the viewing area, and we are right adjacent to 12 right. 15 minutes. He just posted it in the chat before I could check.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the heads up, by the way. Yeah, whenever we're out here, we try and catch people's arrivals if they give us enough advance notice.
Okay, they are south of us at the moment.
United 374, Minneapolis Tower, wind 1407, runway
At
12 right, clear to land.
just under 10,000 feet.
All right.
Due in 9 minutes, according to flight radar. So, what I am predicting is that they're due south of us at the moment, and they're going to make a turn out towards, you know, the Lake Minnetonka area to get lined up for final. So, would it make sense, Alex, if they're coming in from that direction, they'll come in right in front of us because they're coming in out of the south?
There's a pretty good chance that that will materialize. I do think that they will arrive on 12 right.
And thanks for the help, Daniel. He's said they're just over Lakeville.
South of 1356, ready, taxi information.
1356, runway 17, taxi via left turn Tango, cross runway 4 through the cargo area, and then kilo.
Tango, kilo, I'm going to
Cargo, you're across the board.
Yep, that's checking on their tracking. This is what I'm starting to see develop. They have a Sun Country flight ahead of them
480 Minneapolis Tower.
at the moment.
Wind 140 at 6.
And just a heads up, Alice, it looks like our Air France arrival is number 2 for arrival. And I think I might see them way out in the distance.
Yep, I see them too.
And they're starting to turn into final.
Ground base for final approach to runway 12 right. The final Air France service of 2025, about to touchdown.
So the next arrival that will be coming in, just a precursor to their touchdown, is going to be United Flight 374 from Chicago O'Hare, and then our Air France arrival will be behind them. And I do think they are also inside out there too. They're just starting to make their turn into final. They're coming in from Paris, Charles de Gaulle. So the routing that they take coming across does include kind of coming down along the northern part of the state of Minnesota and along the Lake Superior, the North Shore, and then of course down over the middle part of the state. So with the way I am following the tracking, our viewer that's on the arriving Nashville flight will be number 4 for arrival.
Contact departure.
How's that for a striking VizJet livery?
All right, so there's our United arrival from O'Hare. Next is Air France. Last trip in and back to Paris for Air France for the season is operated by one of their 787-9 Dreamliners.
United 374, turn left at Alpha 4, join Alpha.
And up to this point in time, it's been an 8-hour and 19-minute flight.
Up to 1356 Minneapolis Tower, wind 140 at 6. Turn left, heading 140, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
All right, RJ, I think this is them here.
Yep, it is.
Sun Country 500 Minneapolis Tower, number 2, following a heavy 787.
And then after the Air France arrival is going to be a Sun Country arrival, and then after that is going to be our viewer, Afton Woodworks.
1356, turn left heading 140.
Oh, go around, go around.
1356, runway 17, line up and wait.
iPhone 634, Mike, land around straight to 83000 feet.
Air France 634, Mike Heavy, roger, go around, climb maintain 3000.
I maintain 3000, iPhone 634, Mike, straight to 83000. Crew coordination from 634, Mike.
Okay.
Brand 634, Mike Heavy, contact departure 125.75.
Well,
Out of all the things that we
Yes.
were not expecting to tally on our bingo card, that was one of them.
Left, heading 140,
Yep.
runway 17, clear for takeoff. 700 Charlie Hotel, Minneapolis.
Holy
Tower,
cow!
Runway 17, line up and wait.
They really got airborne after they decided to abort that landing.
Sitting next to this cute little girl whose grandma was on that plane. And she's like,
okay, we've got a viewer standing here next to us here at the viewing area. They know somebody that's in that inbound Air France flight, and they was like, oh no, whoops. Nothing major. Just some type of a coordination issue. So, you know, it can be the littlest things.
she's my new little friend. She's like 4, and her grandma's coming in from Paris, and I'm here.
Oh, okay. So our viewer says it's a little one got a little bit excited. It's their grandmother was coming in on that flight.
Oh, wow.
So everything's okay. She asked, and I just said, well, we heard on ATC it was some type of a coordination issue.
That's what I heard as well, a crew coordination issue.
Yes. So
Stresses the importance of CRM, that stands for Cockpit Resource Management.
Departure. After 700 Charlie Hotel, turn left.
Afton
heading
Woodworks,
155,
they're
runway
watching. They
17,
saw this
clear
happen
for
on their
takeoff.
inbound flight from Nashville. Yeah, you should be fine. That's what we heard on ATC, Air Traffic Control.
Yep,
So,
and we're just going off of what we hear.
from the way it looked
Yep.
here visually, it wasn't anything like the arrival before them that was not clear of the runway in time. So it wasn't like a spacing issue. But they're doing the right thing if something wasn't right. So at this point, in fact, Afton Woodworks, I got you in sight. You're on final. We can see you coming.
24, Minneapolis ground, pushback approved, runway 17. Or wind 140 at 8, number 2, runway 12 right, clear to land.
So Afton Woodworks says you're watching the stream and as you come in on final, just so you are aware, there is a slight delay in the broadcast. So we're just carrying the Sun Country arrival ahead of you. They're rolling out down the runway at the moment.
May I agree, Southeast Star heading at 150.
Roger that.
They have terminated the reverse thrusters on their engine and they are about to turn off the runway. So you'll be fine.
All right, here we go.
3500, turn right, throwing whiskey, cut a ground point.
Make sure your seatbelt's fastened as well.
All right, so Afton Woodworks, the camera is all on your arrival Delta flight from Nashville. And if you're from here in the Twin Cities area and you're on your way back home, welcome back.
Yeah,
and
welcome.
if you're coming into the area for a visit of some sort, welcome to the Twin Cities.
2500, Minneapolis ground, taxi via whiskey, Delta.
So everybody, let's welcome Afton Woodworks to the Twin Cities. And thanks for watching the stream. You're not the first one that has given us the heads up that you're on board an arrival flight, so this has been really cool. We've been able to share it with you. Touchdown for Afton Woodworks. And above all,
gate number.
Thanks for watching the channel.
1324,
Yeah, thanks for tuning in and giving us a heads up.
Time now is 39, runway 17.
Hope you had a fun
Expect
flight.
Mike, cross runway 4, hold short of runway 12 right.
Roger 17, expect Mike, cross 4, hold short 12 right.
And we need to not forget, we still have our Air France arrival out there.
Yeah. After the big go around.
1044, Minneapolis, ground taxi, Alpha Delta, Quebec.
Oh, we've got a couple of some of our reviewers chiming in on what we just carried. Alex, North Midwest Buzzsaw says, "Welcome, Efton Woodworks. Hope it was a great flight." And Nicole, woohoo, Afton. So, yep, we will do this if we catch it in the chat, or somehow we get notified that you're coming in on an arriving flight or you're heading out on a departure while we're out here streaming. It's not the first time we've done this, and proud to make your flight a little bit more special and more memorable to mark the occasion of coming in and out of the Twin Cities. In this case, it's an arrival.
We'll get some of the taxi, too.
And just so you know, as you step off the aircraft, you're going to find the weather is quite comfortable.
Delta 1324, monitor tower 126.7.
Every day, 1324.
Just right as far as, spending time outside and not being uncomfortable because of the heat. And you're sweating a lot. And it's starting to look like our Air France is in the process of getting back in line. I think I see him out in the distance. Thanks, Daniel. He says more specifically they're over Plymouth. And here we go, Alex. Apex Edit says Air France needs to butter this. We'll see.
Well, I was just going to say proper coordination just to get a landing.
Hello again, 1634 Mike, request is service 12 right, 11 Mike.
American 2406, turn left, got ground point niner.
Left turn, point 9 every day, American 2406.
Air France 634 Mike Heavy, Minneapolis Tower, wind 1308, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Yep, clear to land. They're next. There's nobody in front of them for a landing, and there's nobody out here waiting for a departure.
Yep, this is all you, Air France. The runway and the approach path is yours.
So Swindy 13, why did Air France go around? What we heard on AT was some form of a crew coordination issue. That's all they said. Because when the ATC asked them what caused them to pull up, that's what the response was. I don't think, it wasn't anything here on the ground.
Nope.
It wasn't like a spacing issue or the arriving aircraft ahead of them took a little longer to get off the runway or anything like that.
And it didn't look like they were unstable either, because that would certainly warrant a missed approach if you're not stable on the glide slope on that descent towards the runway. So yeah, we could only guess what was going on in the cockpit in those moments before the aircrafts went around and the crew made the decision to do so. Certainly made for a unusual moment here at the viewing area, because that's the first time that I've ever seen Air France go around.
2406, cut the corner to join Delta. Call the corner, July Delta.
I was struggling to tilt the camera up, too, and they were sailing way overhead. They really got some altitude after they were on the go.
Yep, that was a quick climb. Going vertical.
Almost unrestricted. Well, not quite, but...
Well, yeah, that'll push you back in your seat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, Windy13 says, wonder if the FA's flight attendants are up. Yeah, I thought of that too. You know, maybe something triggered one of them had to get up really late. But they did the right thing and pulled up and went around. Definitely want to be seated for landing. And even when you're seated on a flight, when you're flying these days, even though the captain might turn the seatbelt sign off, it's always a really good idea just to keep it fastened, just in case, because you never know.
All right, who's ready for round 2?
Look at 2406. You should have plenty of room to get Tech 11 there. Is it possible to cross to guard the corner over here from again? 2406. I did not make out what you just said. Can you say that again, please?
We're just asking if it's okay to cut the corner here, right? American 14 or 2406.
2406, affirmative. Taxi in. See you later.
There we go. They landed short.
Air France 634 Mike, heavy turn left, taxi via Alpha to the gate, and monitor ground control on 121.9er.
Alpha, on Alpha to the gate, and 121.9er from 634 Mike.
One, reposition via Delta Alpha.
Ground American 2802 taxi.
2802, runway 17, make the right turn out behind the aircraft under tow, taxi via Charlie 5, Charlie, hold short, runway 12 right.
Alright, 17, right turn out, Charlie 5, Charlie, hold short, 12 right, American 2802.
France 634 Mike, Minneapolis ground, we'll taxi via Alpha, which gate number?
Okay, taxi Alpha, stand by from 634 Mike. Gate Golf 3 Alpha from 634 Mike.
Thank you. Super 1 has made the left turn on Alpha, Air France turns into G3.
All right, Alex, got another question for you from one of our viewers. Jeff says, are fines or penalties assessed for a go-around?
Nope, just a lot of paperwork and an explanation as to why they had to go around.
We have the gate inside. We can turn into the gate. Confirm it from.
Air France 634 Mike, taxi to the gate.
Yes, taxi to the gate.
Costs a lot of money to go around, by the way.
Extra fuel.
Yep.
2802, monitor tower 126.7. Have a good day.
267 will monitor.
So that flight crew is probably thinking to themselves, you've got to be kidding me. You know, we got to do paperwork.
And Alex, I'm wondering, the crew that are on board this flight coming in, I'm sure it's unlikely that they would fly the trip back since this is the last one. There's probably a crew that came in maybe a couple days ago that would fly the trip back, and maybe the crew that's on board now would ride back. I mean, I wonder how this is going to work.
Yeah, the crew that flies in, their first stop is probably going to be the hotel. And then they're going to get out and about and explore the Twin Cities before they have to head back. So the crew that flew the aircraft in tonight will not be the same crew that will take the jet back to France.
But with this being the last trip over and back, then how will they get back?
Well, you know, you can always book some tickets.
Charlie, cross 12 right.
Fly in your alliance partner Delta to get you there.
1, 2. Yep. Cross 22, American 2032.
So there's a few different ways that crew is going to get back to Paris. Or back to wherever their next assignment takes them, wherever duty calls. So they'll either jump seat or they'll, fly standby somewhere. Depends. So there we go, folks. We will not see an Air France jet land anywhere at MSP until 2026. That's next year. This is the final day of Air France service to MSP Airport for the 2025 operating season. So Air France will certainly be back, but have to wait until next year. But I'll tell you what, RJ, we were super fortunate to get on the air and broadcast this live today because holy cow, that go-around was something else. I mean, that's really the icing on the cake, if you ask me.
Well, I guess as in life, it's always something, and be prepared for anything because it can happen at any time.
Turkey 2299, runway 17, taxi to be at Charlie 6 Charlie, hold short till runway 12, right? Charlie 6 Charlie, hold short, 1 right.
We've also got a swoop jet inbound from Saskatoon. That'll be due in about 3 minutes. WestJet Flight 1900. Scooting in with a 737-800 in the swoop livery. Sometimes it's been a Sunwing livery aircraft.
Yeah, and it's so clear today. We can see them coming in from a ways out there.
What's that 1900 minutes hour, wind 150-9er, runway 12 left, settle in.
In fact, I think I see them.
1564 Minneapolis ground, use caution for the Embraer pushed in the middle of the alley. You're pushed back to cruise, runway 17. Push 17, 1564. Go. 13017,
So off in the distance, you could probably see it, but we have two different varieties of cranes here at MSP Airport. The waterfowl variety and then the mechanical machinery variety.
And downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis ground, push back to cruise, runway 12.
All right, checking on our heavy departures, Alex. We've got Dublin, Delta 258, scheduled at 6:15. That's probably going to be our next heavy departure.
All right.
Today being operated by an A330, looks like 200.
American 2802, contact departure. Switching, good day, American 2802.
And now that might be the last heavy departure we're able to carry. Because I know last night we concluded the stream at around 7 p.m. local time, which is...
Yep, it'll be a hard stop at 7 tonight.
Yep, things have kind of changed and revolved around us here at the viewing area, and of course the sun is setting earlier. There's more enforcement out here for this area to be closed when it gets dark as well. So we do need to...
Yep, trying to be in accordance with the rules and everything, just trying to be respectful of everybody.
Yep.
So here's a good look at the E-gates. That's Concourse E over at Terminal 1. American Airlines occupies the end spaces. Aer Lingus will also park their A321 XLRs down at that end too, as they are doing currently.
Shuttle 4055, monitor tower 126.7.
Kind of hoping for a 1-2 right departure for Aer Lingus tonight, RJ. That'd be really special.
It's happened every once in a while, but it's not normal for them to come in or go out from the south parallel here where we sit. So we see it from a distance. Oh, we need to do a shout out and say hi to Jeff in Mass 1. Thanks for coming back to...
Hey, welcome back.
Yep, he's in the Boston area, so yep, we were able to start back up streaming yesterday because of the runway closure coming to an end. Of course, that is totally out of our control, and there's Swoop.
That's our WestJet flight. That Swoop livery WestJet 737 arriving from Saskatoon.
1-2 right, cross to Charlie, then Whiskey, cross to shuttle 46 back.
WestJet 1900, turn right, to gate number.
Here's an American A319 out to Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. Traversing Whiskey on its way to runway 17 for its departure.
121.9er.
Well, we've had a little bit of a gap in the action, but we do have an arrival on short final coming in from Cancun. It's Delta 1878 739ER. It's been a 3-hour and 33-minute flight.
Still quite a few folks out here at the viewing area. Packed on this Sunday evening, and why wouldn't you not be here? It's a wonderful afternoon and evening. Now evening for plane spotting at MSP Airport. We started this afternoon under some terrific conditions.
Yep, it was so crowded. When we got here, I think I landed here just ahead of you, and we had to wait for people to head out after spending their time here. To be able to, access the space that we really want to try to get to in order to set up to be able to do this and provide the stream to everybody.
78, unless taxi via Alpha, contact ground on 0.9er. Alpha, ground 0.9er, Delta.
And yeah, there's still quite a few people out here. A lot of the spots are full.
But 1878 Minneapolis ground, taxi out to the gate. Out to the gate, Delta 1878. West at 1900, give way to the Airbus, left right at Charlie 5, please.
Way to the Airbus, left right, Charlie 5,
1564, traffic off the right, waits for you, monitor tower 126.
Here's Air Shuttle 4055 out to Houston.
Tower wind 1407, runway
This is
12
Mesa
right.
Airlines for United Express with an Embraer 175 LR.
Southwest 3813, Minneapolis ground, your pushback is approved, runway 17.
Push approved, 17, Southwest 3813.
Still 2049, Minneapolis Tower wind 1407, runway 12 left, bit of land.
So coming up shortly, our next arrival on 12 right is going to be a 757-200 from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson, world's busiest airport.
Delta 1564, Minneapolis Tower on Charlie, cross runway 12 right, twin whiskey, cross runway 22, traffic's on S5.
And this one will not be former Northwest
Charlie, right here, whiskey, cross 22.
75. Delta flew them as well at the time of the merge, so the 75s that are still out there flying for Delta were not all originally Northwest. That's kind of a mix.
Now the Dash 300s, on the other hand, all of those are ex-Northwest gear. All 16 of them.
All right, another question, Alex. Matt Binford is wondering, how do they consider a plane to be a heavy? Is it size of plane or total passengers? Just wondering.
I believe it has something to do with wake turbulence.
Okay, another question from Brimu. It says, hey Alex, it's Captain Brian, and I just landed flight 165 from Amsterdam. My co-pilot Ed was flying, and I warned him he would likely have a big audience on a beautiful day like today. Well, thanks for letting us know, and we're proud to have shared your arrival.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Brian.
United 2298, I'm sorry, I'll set you going.
Glad to know that we've got Delta flight crew that follow us on the channel. And then Diggy099 is wondering, as far as the Vikings are concerned, when they play in London next week, so he's wondering about that they're staying over there. Yes, that's correct. They wouldn't fly back here to the Twin Cities and then fly back over to London.
246 Minneapolis ground, pushback approved, runway 17.
And do we know any clues as to about them coming back from London?
Gentlemen, taking on break, please.
If I'm willing to guess what airline they're going to be taking,
Ground, Southwest 3813.
I'm going to go based on what they have flown in the past, which has been Virgin Atlantic. And even going back to last year. All right, here's that 757 from Atlanta.
Back to 27, Southwest 3813.
Secondary 104, Minneapolis there, 1407, right,
Okay, Alex, we may have had a little bit more of a clue in regards to what's considered a heavy from our friend Jeff MS1. Says, in short, all commercial aircraft with 2 aisles are considered heavies.
140, runway 17, take off. contact.
That would be correct. What about cargo, though?
Then Delta 2654, see ya.
And Moon Pie W is also sharing with us, Alex, tomorrow American Flight 2299 comes in at 4:51 p.m. from Ronald Reagan in D.C. Will anyone be there that could take a picture or video? My boyfriend is retiring from the Navy and he returns on that flight. So, well, we will not be out here, unfortunately, because we both have other plans for tomorrow. Because the one thing about our channel is we're not out here every day, correct?
Yep. We can't afford to be out here every day, but multiple times per week we can. Southwest taxiing like they're at a track meet right now on Taxiway Whiskey. Sprinting to runway 17 for takeoff.
Minneapolis ground Delta 2049, Jonah Papa, Delta 48.
And for Southwest,
2049 Minneapolis
with all their fast taxis, it's like the MSP Grand Prix or something.
Well, I know I mentioned yesterday that sometimes, from time to time, you know, if I'm not out here helping a stream, I might be at home or somewhere helping moderate the channel. And when I pop up, I have my little sign that says low-flying aircraft. So that is a picture of a sign that I took at a restaurant called The Hangar that's at the airport in downtown St. Pete, down in Florida, just south of where I was living. And that airport is known for the St. Pete Grand Prix. So if you are a fan of the Indy cars, that is one of the first races of their season. And it's a street course that's set up through downtown St. Pete.
That is a fascinating nugget of information.
So how about that?
Speaking of Grand Prix.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw that in there.
Nice.
Yeah, you said Grand Prix at MSP with that Southwest taxing so fast, so I said, okay, I'm going to add a little more to what I shared yesterday.
Delta 2246, we're ready.
Go right ahead.
46, runway 17, taxi via Alpha Charlie, hold short, runway 12 right.
Alpha Charlie, short, 12 right for runway 17, Delta 22.
So Moon Pie W responded and said, "Oh, I know we wouldn't, knows that we wouldn't be live if there was any local spotters." Well, I will share this. There is a local spotting group on Facebook. You could try to go in and post a message there and explain the situation, and if by any chance anybody out here is spotting that's part of that group, that might be a way to try to get it. So it's worth a try.
There it is, look at that. Look at the wheels.
And you know what I would think would be cool, Alex, is like, say we just had our flight crew post that came in on the Amsterdam arrival. It'd be fun to meet them, and if they were able to come stop by for a visit while we're out here streaming sometime. And same with anybody who is on a flight that we carry live, if they're able to get over and see us while we're here. At some point in time.
3791 or 3971?
Always ideas.
Okay, so if you're at Charlie 19 and you're an Embraer 3791 for Oklahoma City, then you can monitor ground on 0.8, no call.
We should also keep an eye on Sun Country's only 737-900 ER for the moment, because I think it is scheduled to arrive at some point during the remainder of our show.
You're welcome, Moonpie W. Hope something maybe can happen for you, because I truly know how, you know, memorable those moments are when it comes to flying. I know the one thing I sure miss out on with everything happening to my dad the way it did is he never really got to do an official retirement flight. And in this day and age, you know, when that happens, you know, the families usually try to get involved and they're on board for it and all that. When they do their departures and push back and their gate arrivals on the opposite end, they get the water cannon salutes and all that. And our family never were able to be a part of that with everything that happened to my dad. So it is what it is.
Flying number 1 trade to 58. Thanks, sir. Thank you, 104 Minneapolis ground, taxi via Tango.
And I know the recent information that I found as far as the seniority numbers of my uncle and my dad. The hire date for my uncle was in like the spring of 1942. And the hire date for my dad, what was it, like August 19th of 1950. So with his seniority number being 63 at the age of 50 in 1981, you can only imagine what a seniority number could have become.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, too.
Oh, my goodness. I mean...
Especially how much your dad flew. Holy cow.
My dad was ready to fly.
It drove your mom nuts.
Yeah. My dad was ready to solo before he was old enough. So, I mean, he had to wait till he was old enough to do it. And my Uncle Bob is the one that got him into flying. But it's really kind of gotten to me here lately because, you know, with him being at the age of 50 and his seniority number being 63, if he'd been able to fly 10 more years and retire at 60, where could have that seniority number gone?
Hey, it's icy.
Coming in from Reykjavik. And they're coming in on this side for a change.
Continue via whiskey, cross runway 422.
Charlie, cross runway 12 right, continue via whiskey, cross runway 4, Delta 2246.
50657, turn right, whiskey 3, at the ground, 0.9. 119.
Well, here's another interesting question from Jim Reardon. What do flight numbers mean and how are they determined? Well, I know one thing is that if they're odd or even, it could mean something. North or southbound flight. Could also would probably be an eastbound or westbound flight. Back in time when we lived up here and we were flying back and forth to Tampa quite often, we would go down on a flight from here as Flight 714. It would originate in Winnipeg, came here, then to Tampa, and then either down to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. And then that same aircraft would turn around and fly the same route in reverse as Flight 715. So therefore, it was more of a southbound flight as an even number and a northbound flight as an odd number. So I do know that much based on back in those days. But Alex, if it starts with the 9s or the 8s, it could be a charter?
Yep, depending on the airline. Of course, with Delta, charters are usually an 8,000 series flight number, non-revs or repositioning flights, a 9,000 series flight number. Sometimes it's an extra section.
Oh, I got a response from Brimo Alex, he says, RJ, be glad to do that. I live in Phoenix, but next time you're spotting when I pass through town, I'll be sure to stop by and say hi. Sorry about your dad. Thoughts are with you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
And we've got a heavy that's pushed, looks like.
You're right, it's an A330. Is that our Dublin flight?
That it is. And I haven't done one yet today, but here's going to be my chance. Roll to rotate salute. Today being operated by a former Northwest A330-200, registration 861NW. I know you like to say November whiskey. Well, I always have to say Northwest, so.
2246, minutes there, wind 1407, fly runway heading, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
And you know who I've missed today? Gerald.
Yeah, let's just have get a little short about that.
That's right. I don't think we've had a Gerald sighting yet.
No, I have not seen him today. Maybe because it's been so busy out here, they're just hiding.
He's a shy fellow.
Ground L258 heavy right taxi. L258 heavy, runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 22. Alpha, clear to cross 22 for 12 right.
And we've got a Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR on short final, operated by Endeavor Air, coming in from Madison.
Tunnel here, taxi via Bravo, Delta, hold short of Charlie 5. Bravo, Delta, short of Charlie 5.
All right, Dublin is now in motion. We'll see what runway they end up at.
Look at this airplane.
It's a 48-minute flight from Madison, state capital of Wisconsin.
Endeavor 5458, turn left there, Pentagon up 19. Delta 1226 minutes, turn number 2, wind 1406, runway 12 right, cleared to land. 12 right, cleared to land, Delta 1226. Delta 3349, fly runway heading, runway 17, cleared to take off.
All right, there's Dublin.
Right, heading 215.
Starting to strut its stuff.
All right, see where they go.
Clear 5458 Minneapolis ground, taxi via Alpha on runway 4, Quebec, and monitor ground on point 8. Alpha, runway 4, Quebec,
Now, the A330-200 is an exceptionally rare aircraft to spot in the Delta fleet. And that is what I just said, just within the Delta fleet, because the A330-200 is a hugely common aircraft. But Delta only has 11 of them. That's less than the amount of 767-400 ERs that they currently possess on the roster. So chances are, if you are spotting from a Delta-dominated hub like we are here at MSP, you'll catch one.
Where she's going, Alex, we're going to get a 12 right departure for Dublin.
Security 634, turn right, join Whiskey, contact ground point 9. Let's go 3791, minutes there and keep moving there at Mike, cross runway 1 right, join Whiskey, traffic's on a 3-mile funnel. Good moving, cross 1 right, Mike, join Whiskey, Skywest 3790. Whiskey Delta. Whiskey Delta, 63, 34.
And Alex, I have to comment on a father that's over here off to my right with his 2 little kids. They're so entranced by seeing all these big airplanes, and they're waving at them, and they're saying hi and bye and all that. And I think it's a great thing that they're out here, because
That's awesome.
When they do get the chance to fly and travel, I've already seen these airplanes and what they're all about from this perspective already before they get to go on and fly on one.
So we'll see where ATC will slot them in with the arriving traffic at 12 right. So we'll have to wait just a little bit for our A330-200 to get airborne to Dublin.
Yeah, we're about to get an arrival touchdown from Bozeman. It's Delta 1226, a former Northwest A319.
Bozeman, Montana.
Yep, hour and 50 minutes.
Landing, Mateo, look, it's landing. Here we go.
You fly there to go to Yellowstone.
Everybody might be able to hear them in the background on the mic of my headset. Why not?
So where that aircraft came from, Bozeman, near Yellowstone National Park, just south of the park, is another popular location called Jackson Hole. It's in Wyoming. And if you love to ski and snowboard, well then that just might be the destination for you. Have you been to Jackson Hole?
No, I have not. We've got an inbound FedEx.
798 Heavy from Memphis, Tennessee. Coming into Minneapolis from the Super Hub in Memphis. 798 Heavy is a regularly scheduled flight on Sunday nights and on other days of the week, too. Now, this used to be an MD-11 before FedEx swapped it back to the 767.
On the reversers that time. It's an hour and 30-minute flight coming up from Memphis for them today.
Listen to those CF680s.
Wow. All right, and our Dublin departure is waiting for another arrival. That's going to be Sun Country 658 coming in from Denver. And I am watching for these Sun Country arrivals, because from what you were saying that we might need to keep an eye out for the new 900ER that they have in service now. It was here yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to try and get a boatload of that for you guys.
So this one is not that one in particular.
So RJ, just to give you a heads up, if they, and that being FedEx 798 Heavy, if they decide to go on taxiway, Mike, we're going to see if we can get a wave.
All right, I need to get my jacket out.
All right, just to give you a heads up.
All right. All right, I have my handy dandy fluorescent orange jacket out of my car, so see what they do.
Altitude 58 heavy, turn left heading 100, and 1 straight, clear takeoff.
Well, so much for that, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Okay, not to be. But instead, we're going to get our Dublin departure. They are turning onto the runway as I speak.
That's right.
And we do have an inbound, so they're going to want to maybe try to get a turn and burn going.
Yeah, they got to hustle. And turn and burn they will do.
They roll to rotate, salute commenced.
United 467, fly run heading.
Roll to rotate, salute complete.
Oh my goodness! Woo! Whoa, that's close. And closely trailing the arrival from Santa Ana, California.
Enough time for any wake turbulence to settle down for their departure?
We'll see.
Yeah, they're okay. A little bounce, but they're good. And with the way I'm seeing some of these aircraft taxi across from us, are we going to get some more 1-2 right departures?
United 467, fly
Well,
run
we'll just
heading,
have to wait and see.
117,
Talk about precision timing with our Dublin departure and then our arrival of that A220 from Santa Ana. Also, nice job, by the way, on that.
Oh, they're cutting across.
Yep, that's 321 Neo off to Atlanta. Delta Flight 1026. Back to what I was saying earlier, that's an excellent job on that last takeoff roll by Delta 258 Heavy. The flight crew, excellent job hustling to get that big jet off the ground and into the air to Ireland. I love it when they cross 1-2 right about here.
fly run heading, runway 17, clear takeoff.
Yeah, and it looks like those other two aircraft are cutting across further down and they're headed to 17.
Check monitor ground on point 8.
Monitor on point 8, go. Sir. Denver 4903, turn left heading 120, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Got
Got 3508, runway 17 line point.
Final flight of the year. They were on very short final, and they immediately just went like that.
Yeah, they're over there.
They eventually got it.
The 2870, turn right, heading 215, connect departure.
There's a reason for the go around. It'll show up in the playback of the flight.
That one always leaves their transponder on.
634 Mike is the call sign.
Delta 914, visual 12 right.
Delta 914, Minneapolis Tower, wind is 1506, turning left to right, clear land.
Clear land 12 right, Delta 914.
Get out of here. I think that might be the last one, but I will.
Got West 3508, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff. 1026, runway 17, line point.
Line point on 17 Delta 1046.
Huge variety of things. In there, but
Once you get back to the stateside,
You know, Air Lingus has got a 6:59 or 7:11 departure that's been slightly pushed back. I mean, I'm only going up to about 7 o'clock because I know that's going to be our hard cut.
2295, Minneapolis Tower, wind 1505, runway 12 right, clear land, number 2.
Icing is scheduled for 7:45. Air France 7:40.
Denver 4903, connect departure, see you.
And, you know, that's when their scheduled departure is to leave to go back. Well, bear in mind, you know, last night,
8 o'clock.
right. The technically speaking, it was our,
Oh, so they think about it.
technically speaking, by the book, when they are done, I know I mentioned
Lights are bright. That means it's coming in.
it's because of the fact that there have been huge gatherings from these
Delta 1026, turn left heading 140, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Heading 140, clear for takeoff 17 Delta 246.
Got 3508, turn right, heading 215, contact departure, see you.
Alright, Delta 2274, visual 12 right.
Delta 2274, Minneapolis Tower, wind 1505, runway 12 right, clear land.
Clear land 12 right, Delta 6.
Delta 914, join Alpha, start Georgia Key, contact ground point enter.
Alpha, and what was the rest of the after ground point enter, Delta 914?
You can start Georgia Gate. Delta 1026, connect departure, ship.
Push departure, Delta 1026, see ya. 914, running, Delta.
Delta 914, Minneapolis ground. Nope, looks like they're just pushing. Good timing. Taxi via Alpha Delta, hold short of Quebec.
Delta short of that, Delta 914.
Delta 914, monitor ground on 121.8.
We had a sergeant come up to us when we were in Bangalore and said, hey, I'm
Delta 914.
Delta 914, go ahead.
Delta 914, monitor ground 1.8, see ya.
yeah, we'll definitely give you a call if you see something. So they're
American 2295, turn left, join Alpha, contact ground point 9 airfield.
There's been serious accidents as a result of people driving reckless down Fargo Road, and it's
American 2295 from Alpha. American 2295 Minneapolis ground, taxi via Alpha Delta. Alpha Delta, American 2295. You're okay for right now, but I would expect someone is going to need to gate or want to push at some point. So don't leave the frequency. How long do you need to be? Let's say 5 minutes. Oh, 5 minutes minimum. I'd like to taxi you out to that United 1257 here. You can move. I'll put you in the iPad troubleshoot. Okay, United 1257, when you're ready, taxi full short of Delta taxi, and I'll just bring you down with 12 right there. 17 Delta 2385.
Oh, now.
At 12:37 ma'am, sir, I'm at your food turn at an Alpha across runway 4 down at Alpha 8, hold short, straight at Alpha 8.
So runway 2 right, 7 Alpha, 7 Fox 4, and left mark.
At Alpha 8, hold short, burn on straight.
Sir, I'm at Alpha 8, hold 1 right.
Delta 2962, velocity 120, relaunch 7 clear, Delta 631 ma'am, star, we want 3 jar 5, we want 2 right, very good.
Bravo to the gate. Bravo to the gate, Delta 11.
Short of Delta, or short of Charlie 5 for Delta 2274.
The 2274, affirmative.
Yep, that's some of, unfortunately, what happens out here that we witness.
United 1154, taxi Alpha, then runway 4, Quebec gate.
Alpha 4, then National
United 1154, taxi Alpha, runway 4, Quebec.
Alpha runway 4, Quebec.
United 1154, Monaco ground on 11.8.
Delta 2107, fly runway 8, runway 17 clear, pick up.
Sun Country 3032 Minneapolis, back to discretion, runway 17. Next 3032, also squawk 2444. Next 3032, squawk 2444.
Well, Jeff MS1, that's an interesting tidbit of information. There are now 5 Delta A321s in Amsterdam waiting to fly to the U.S. if they had engines. Oopsie. Yeah, you need engines to fly.
2087, runway 12 left, taxi Delta Papa, cross runway 22, Monaco ground on waiting.
1 Delta Papa, 72 over now, point, 27.
Okay, how we doing today? September 48, 28 Minneapolis, ground for Alpha 12, back taxi Alpha, hold short of Delta. Alpha. Up 2931, you're just waiting for a tug to clear your tail on Delta, so it's the second aircraft. Once they clear, respect for your description for runway 17.
Alright, after the aircraft under tow, we are cleared to push straight back for 17 over 2931.
Delta 756, fly runway heading, runway 17 clear, pick up.
Runway heading, runway 17, take up 7.
At 1237, runway 17, line point.
Runway 17, line point,
Delta 2107, turn right heading 215, contact departure ship. Delta 631, where departure? Delta 631, join Alpha, start towards the gate, contact ground point on her.
Alpha,
Delta 631, Minneapolis, ground taxi will be Alpha short of Delta for now.
Alpha short Delta, Delta
7, turn left heading 140, runway 17 clear, pick up.
Left heading 140, runway 17, take up 12.
So that arriving aircraft, just to give you a little bit of lay of the land, it is on very, very short final for runway 12 left. So it's the north parallel runway. That was the runway that was, I believe, closed for part of last summer. And it is coming in from New Orleans. Delta Flight 2695, former Northwest A320.
Who's looking to sit there for a little bit? Delta 1172, we're just...
Might catch a glimpse of Aer Lingus, aka Shamrock. She has pushed. And that might have just been her because they are...
we're going to sport. It looks like Bridges pulled to that, but yeah,
Or maybe it wasn't. I had to check. They have pushed. They have not yet taxied. I wasn't sure if that was them that we caught a glimpse from this end. But they typically utilize the north parallel runway for both their arrivals and departures.
Shamrock 988, 312 left, taxi via Pop Cross runway 4.
And coming in about to touch down on runway 12 right is Delta 605 from Mexico City. Another former Northwest A319. It's a 3-hour and 30-minute flight. Coming in just before sunset.
Right turn, come back down to the gate. Alright, right, come back down. Shamrock 988, make the hard right turn over to Papa, please, onto Papa, then cross runway 4. Alpha 4, right turn, help left. It's open, right? Yeah. Okay. 77, hold there, get you on the move in just a moment. Delta 1613, Foxtrot 7, taxi via Papa, Charlie, and Charlie 6 in. For Foxtrot 7, continue taxi via Papa, Charlie, and Charlie 6 in. Papa, Charlie, Delta 20. Super Duck 4, taxi straight ahead into the alleyway to follow. Roger, behind the aircraft into the alleyway to the board. Alaska 229, turn left at Charlie 6. You're going to follow the Delta with the tug of passion for the alleyway. Okay, let's turn Charlie 6 and we'll follow the
right. Hello, everybody. Did you miss me? I was off headset for a little bit.
And Delta Pop across runway. Actually, it's Bravo Delta. Full turn to Charlie 5 for now.
Endeavor Air Flight 5249 arriving from Sioux Falls.
Into the alleyway.
So there is Shamrock. Looks like they are headed to the north parallel for departure tonight. So folks, we're going to stay on the air here for roughly about maybe 20 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes, give or take.
Guess what? We got a whale bus passing by us.
What it is, yep.
That sound always gives it away. That is Delta 2773 headed to San Antonio.
I hope everyone has a whale of a time flying the A220.
Roger that. Delta 2977, you're going to give way to the CRJ.
Right behind the CRJ, Delta 2977.
And there 5245, turn left on Bravo, taxi via Bravo, runway 4, and taxi to Quebec, please. 5245, left turn Bravo, right turn runway 4, and then Quebec. There 5245, turn left on Bravo, right turn runway 4, and then Quebec.
All right, that Sun Country arrival in the Tide Pod livery is still not the new -9ER, and it came in from Gulfport,
Charlie
Mississippi.
Delta, Kilo 3, hold short of runway 17. Charlie Delta, Kilo 3, short of 17, secondary 950 with you.
There, actually, you know what, just use Delta. Delta, hold short of runway 13 right.
So, Alex, I got to pass this comment on because I know you will appreciate it. Larry Wright says, nice camera work, not jerky and on subject. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Well, of course, Alex, it's your happy place with what you
Kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, it's what you went to school for. So,
Yeah, I have a formal education in video production, broadcasting. I've been contracted for my camera work before many times. Appreciate the feedback to know that my skills are still sharp. Of course, I've spent a lot of time and a lot of planning putting together the tripod system, the super tall, 90-inch tall tripod system that we deployed the viewing area.
And Thomas Becker says, love the lighting at this time of the day. Yep, it's the days are definitely getting shorter. It's been said on the local NBC affiliate, KARE, with their meteorologists that we're in that time of the year where we're losing 3 minutes of daylight a day. So that's a lot of the reasoning why for the early conclusion of our streams at this time of the year, because of the daylight. And we do need to pack up and vacate the viewing area, because at that point then does technically become closed, and airport police does come through, and anybody that's still here do get asked to leave. And Zachary T55 was stepped away. Alex to take a shower, came back, so he wouldn't miss the Air France. So, well, I hope you made it because of the, and you got some extra time because of the go around. Last arrival was Delta 2027 from San Jose, a former Northwest A320, and the wind that's still blowing was just right. Got a nice little whiff of the jet fuel.
The tire smoke.
Yep. And the exhaust.
Everyone talks about the sights and sounds of an airport. How about the smells?
Yeah.
When do we start talking about that? I guess we just did.
Well, maybe it kind of got started with the fact that, we do have that.
Yep.
We have that infamous cup over at the History Center that does say on it, I love the smell of jet fuel in the morning.
I have 2 of those mugs, by the way.
Yep, I've got a couple, too. A slightly different version of the cup, because on one side it does have Northwest Airlines on it. And as we were in discussion yesterday, when Effie was here, I am not a coffee drinker. I never have been, and at this point in time, probably will not be. So, but I do like my flavored hot chocolates during the winter, and those cups get used, so they don't go to waste. But I won't.
Out of all the, I have to ask this. Sorry to kind of butt in there.
That's okay.
Out of all the different flavored hot cocos that you've had, which one do you like the best? For me, it's the caramel ones.
I think I've had some mint chocolate. I always go after
What was that?
What was that? Well, you know what? We tend to kind of...
Yeah, we're not talking over that reverse thrust, and we're not going to turn down the volume either.
No, because that was a former Northwest A319 coming in from St. Louis. Flight 1515. So what I like to do when all of the Christmas stuff starts to come out, I have found that, what was it, Nestle, or I'm not sure who does it, puts together a box of 4 different flavored hot chocolate mixes.
Would it be Land O'Lakes?
No.
Because I know they do a bunch of flavored hot cocoa around the holiday season.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be, but I'm sure going to try to remember that, and I'll try to keep an eye out for them. So
have you had one of their flavored hot chocolate packets before?
I don't think so.
They're okay.
So
a lot of sugar in them, though.
I stock up on them when they come out, and then I have them for the winter. I did this even when I was down in Florida. This is not new. So, but I like to make a bigger cup of it, so I'll use a couple of packs at a time because I'm using more, water or milk or whatever I used to make it with. Yep, Shamrock's on her way back to Dublin. So how much longer do they have?
That's a good question. Several more hours, as one might expect. And hello, everybody. Welcome back to our broadcast booth. I'm Alex. That's RJ, just in case you're joining us late. Wow, what a Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't get Sundays like this at this point in time, to the late summer like this every week. So we'll take it when we can get it.
Absolutely, especially that Air France go-around. I am still kind of in awe of seeing that.
Yeah.
Because that almost never happens. That never happens here at MSP when Air France decides that they're going to abort the landing. And, of course, due to crew coordination reasons, from what we heard over the tower frequency to air traffic controllers, after the tower controller asked what the reasoning was for that go-around, kind of makes you wonder what was going on.
It's hard to say. I know I mentioned earlier, but one of our viewers did make the comment
yep.
There could have been a flight attendant still up, and they were not seated. So that could happen. I mean, it could be anything.
Right. We don't know that. That's speculation, but one could only guess, right?
Right. But either way, they made the right call because something wasn't right, and you don't want anything to happen by going through with the landing when there's something in question.
The other thing that I think is going to get lost in the recap of tonight's events, if I don't mention it right away, Delta 170 Heavy, when they came in to land tonight, they had a nice big bounce and a float before they were able to firmly plant all those landing gear on the tarmac. That was a pretty cool replay to see that up close and personal.
Yep, these guys, these pilots do this like nothing because they train for it. This is what they chose to do for their careers, and it's so skilled. I mean, I look at it and you have the responsibility of everything, the aircraft, everybody on board, and it's constant flying and training.
So kind of moving on to wrapping up the show tonight, I'll tell you what, welcome back to Spotting at the Viewing Area. If you haven't joined us already, if you weren't with us on Saturday, hope you were with us today. We're looking to go live on Thursday.
There we go.
Be on the lookout for some action. Thursdays are pretty busy out here at MSP Airport. We haven't done a Thursday in a while.
Yeah, we were doing Wednesdays, Sundays.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. It usually is a Sunday or a Wednesday that we're out here. Now we're going to do a Thursday this week. So no show tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. I got a lot of stuff going on my calendar that I've already made time for. But Thursday, that's wide open. So we'll do a show on Thursday. Friday, I got something going on, so no Friday. So the rest of this week, we're looking at maybe Thursday and Saturday for our live programming here at the viewing area. It should be a lot of fun.
Yep, and I'll do what I can Thursday. I might be doing a shift over at the History Center, so I may be here at the start. Depending on the start, I may then go over and do that and then come back. We'll see.
Speaking of the History Center, there's a really cool event that happens annually every year that is going to be coming up just around the corner here in October. That's the MSP Aviation Collectibles Show and Sale. I'm really excited for it this year.
Oh, yes. Come check it out if you're in the area. Come. $5 admission. It's not much.
There's a lot of awesome collectibles that you can get your hands on. We will get one more arrival, and then we will close out our show tonight here from MSP.
So our next arrival that's coming in is going to be a Southwest flight from Chicago Midway. Of course, it's not that far from here to Chicago, so it was 58 minutes.
Of the 8853, runway 17, taxi via Papa, cross runway 22 behind the Emperor at the tail.
Okay, and 17 Papa, cross behind the Emperor.
8853, taxi cross runway 4, join Mike, hold short of runway 12 right.
And I'll say you're welcome to John LeClaire for the great show. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Megan Howard, thank you for an awesome live stream. I always love the MSP Airport live stream. I really enjoy it.
Thank you. I want to give a big thanks to everybody that tuned in today.
And there's a couple of other questions out here, or info. Micah, our wonderful moderator, has shared October 28th is supposed end of season for Aer Lingus. And then Zachary T55, what about KLM?
They're not due to end their season until October, but last I heard they were going to try the year-round shtick again, but I don't think that that's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see what unfolds.
So we might have had another viewer, Alex, that was on an inbound arrival because a Shreen time just said just landed from Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
So we may have had another viewer on board watching as they were coming in for arrival.
Yep.
And just to reconfirm, today is the last day for Air France?
Yep. Yep, today's it.
Okay, so...
Yep, today is it.
Because Micah posted tomorrow.
Yeah, according to the flight booking information, that's my source.
And Daniel, thanks for helping out with moderating the stream today. And Shrine Time said, yeah, thanks for the shout out. So he must have been on board the flight.
Nice. Thanks, North Midwest Buzzsaw.
Yep, great to have MSP Airport live again. Cheers to you and see you on a stream soon. Yeah, we were chomping at the bit to get back out here, and the pause in streaming was, as we have shared and did share leading up to the closure, was this runway shutdown for 6 weeks. And that was not on us, of course. But at least no more runway work for a while.
Thankfully.
welcome, Megan Howard.
All right, and before we say goodbye, I want to take the time to let you know that our broadcasts are proudly supported by Jet Set Shirts. Wear your love for aviation and travel and style. A lot of fun designs. Check out Jet Set Shirts online at jetsetshirts.com and wear a piece of the Jet Set life. Link in the description below. And MSP Airport Live is also brought to you in part by DG Pilot, purveyor of gifts for the aviation and travel enthusiasts. You can check them out 24/7 at dgpilot.com. A lot of awesome die-cast aviation models, Minnesota-made local goods, so many things. I'd be here talking about it for about 10 minutes. You just have to go check them out. Link in the description below, DG Pilot, to go get some awesome aviation collectible or even some travel gear for your next adventure. And again, thank you to DG Pilot for sponsoring your home for MSP Live plane spotting on MSP Live.
As we're winding down, I have to share a comment from Brenda Litzinger. 2 consecutive days of watching plane spotting from MSP has me feeling so much better. I'm so glad you are back. Safe travels home, Brenda from St. Cloud.
Right.
And same from Andy Sepik. Another great show, some pretty good spotting out there today. So, we appreciate all the comments, believe us.
We certainly do.
I'm glad to be a part of this team, so.
All right. Well, and for Logan Justice and RJ Bean and our wonderful team of Av Geeks to bring you live plane spotting here at MSP Airport. I'm Alex Redding. Good night from the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. We'll see you in the next installment of MSP Airport Live. Until then, everybody, take care. Catch you next time.
Welcome to DG Pilot Aviation Collectibles and More and our St. Paul showroom and warehouse. From the time your order is placed until it is delivered to you, our #1 goal is to provide you with the best customer service experience. That's why we're excited to take you behind the scenes today at our warehouse to provide you an up-close perspective of our model aircraft delivery experience. Our first step in the model aircraft delivery process takes place after your order is received. Our model aircraft delivery specialist will conduct a detailed inspection of your model for quality control to ensure we provide you with the highest quality products. Each specialist begins the inspection by removing the model from the box and performing a visual inspection of the model, checking features such as the wings, landing gear, and antenna, as well as the overall model for defects. After the inspection is complete, your model is reboxed and then prepared for packing. Each model is then bubble wrapped to provide an extra cushion to prevent any damage during shipping. After the bubble wrap process is complete, the model is then boxed for shipping. Our specialist then reconfirms your model is ready for shipping, attaches a shipping label, and then your model is sent out for delivery. We hope that you'll consider DG Pilot Aviation Collectibles for your model aircraft collecting needs. You can order products online at dgpilot.com or visit our St. Paul showroom where we have hundreds of model aircraft to choose from. From all of us at DG Pilot, thank you for your continued business, loyalty, and support, and happy collecting.